My Little Universe is a very unique combination of genres, part survival, part exploration, and part adventure. Usually, when games attempt to combine too many genres or mechanics, it can lead to the games that are a combination of good ideas that somewhat fall short of expectations. My Little Universe aims to combine a unique isometric tile-styled world combined with resource management, survival elements, and exploration to create a mini-universe in your hands. So does My Little Universe succeed in doing so, or does it fail to break orbit? Let's take a look. You play as a stickman who has crashed on a strange planet and is tasked to quickly construct a portal to your first world. Not much is explained, and this isn't a narrative-driven adventure, so you don't really feel like you're missing out on story. After porting out to your first planet, the game opens up, introducing more gameplay mechanics. My Little Universe does a great job of slowly introducing new things as you explore this new world. It's almost like a cozy game in that sense, with no firm or hard objectives in place that force you to move on. The gameplay loop sees you gather resources and spend said resources to unlock new tiles, which leads to further resources and mechanics, allowing you to progress further through the world. Sometimes you can unlock utility tiles, like a lumber mill, to use wood to create planks, or dungeons to explore. Initially, I wasn't quite sure how this mechanic would play out in the long run, and I found it to be unique and interesting, and thankfully, due to generous resource deposits and item pickups, you're rarely caught out. Resources also have a fast respawn rate, making collecting a fast exercise instead of a slog. Sometimes there is a little bit of backtracking required to get resources in a different biome or even world, and due to that fast respawn rate, it's sometimes a mild annoyance when you mine your way through a path you cleared less than 30 seconds ago, but those resources will come in handy in the long run. The biomes you discover along the way are themed, ranging from pirate skeletons to angry gingerbread men, and while it may sound all a bit silly at times, it does stick with the theme of porting to strange new worlds, and it suits the game style. You can also revisit worlds to quickly collect resources that may be missing in your current world, and this is made easier by the universal map, which shows off what resources are available before you port in. On the surface, the character designs may look shallow, but your blank character is still expressive due to some great little animations, and the world is rendered with charm and style, all while running at a super smooth frame rate. Resources and biomes are varied with their own enemy types, and it's exciting to discover a new area as you're unlocking sectors of your world. Animations are slick, upgrades and skins are appealing, and the game has an overall polish to it as you explore your world. The UI can tend to be a little confusing, with only recent items gathered showing at the top. To see your full inventory, you'll have to go and open your backpack to take a look to see what your stock is like. The game is perfect for completionists, and there's plenty to collect, which also leads to new character skins as well. For my vision impaired gamers, there aren't any accessibility options, so to speak, but the game is bright and colourful, and it's fairly simplistic in its approach. As mentioned before, some tile unlocks lead to caves, dungeons and boss battles to contend with that can sometimes catch you off guard. Defeat those challenges and you might get enough XP to level up and get a booster card with a new ability or stat boost. Fail these challenges, however, and you will lose all acquired boost cards. Other successful outcomes could be rescuing an NPC, which could open up trading items for coins, or vice versa, or even new armor pieces and upgrades. There's a very smooth difficulty curve that isn't too punishing, so defeat isn't very discouraging. If you are having a tough time though, you can enlist the help of 3 other friends in a drop-in and drop-out co-op option in local play. Resources and upgraded items are shared amongst all players as you explore and build up your world. You can also go to separate ends of the worlds, and the frame rate runs at a consistent 20 to 30 frames or so while playing. There are some small annoyances that aren't really a deal breaker. Auto weapon switching can be hit and miss, no pun intended. Enemy respawns can be too quick and overly aggressive, although there is a booster card to fix that. and enemies on different tile levels can hit you, but you can't hit them back. While the latter may be frustrating, especially early on in the game, it doesn't happen too often, and simply moving 1 or 2 steps back seems to bring them to your level. All of this comes together to create a great little game that may have a hard time competing for your attention during this release-heavy month of October, which is a shame because there's a lot of fun to be had for those willing to take the plunge and poured in to My Little Universe. Its price point, just over $20 Australian, means that despite its title, My Little Universe is a big adventure that has 40 plus hours of gameplay for completionists for the price of a movie ticket. Its collaboration of ideas are well executed, and its relaxing nature makes it a great game for all ages. If you find a space in between the bigger titles coming out this month, you can't go wrong with My Little Universe. So, what's it like? My Little Universe is like a cross between Mario Galaxy and Minecraft. I award it a 76 out of 100. In the interest of full disclosure, a review copy was provided, but this has no outcome on my score.